Hello, One Piece fans. This is David. I'd like to give you my thoughts and theories as far as Chapter 800 and how is it going to be an important chapter going forward. So last chapter 799, we had a number of pirates offer to give Luffy their fleets and basically swear loyalty to him. You had Don Sai, Cavendish, Bartolomeo, you had Idio, you had Leo, you had Perugian, and you had Orlumbus. So 7 basically fleets. Now, why I think he's going to be forced to say yes is Luffy's also going to be offered territories. Much like the other Yonko have spheres of influence, all the major pirates have it. And you heard Law say all the big pirates have spheres of influence. That would be Blackbeard, Shanks, Big Mom, Kaido, probably a couple other major pirate groups that you're not as familiar with. So that is going to be my thought, is he's going to have territories. He's going to have Fishman Island basically break off and follow him. You have Dressrosa. You're going to have the island of Province Kingdom, maybe a couple islands surrounding Dressrosa, and you'll probably have the island that the Hoppo Navy took part of. Okay? So that's part of my theory. You're going to have all these different kingdoms basically giving their allegiance and loyalty to Luffy. Now, I'm doing this video while I'm cooking. Okay? So bear with me on this. Okay? Because I gotta feed my daughter and wife. Alright, here's some chicken wings. And next up, I'm gonna do some English muffin pieces. For them. Okay, so back to where I was. We have my thoughts as far as why it's going to happen. Luffy wants to be a major pirate captain in the New World, and he's steadily gaining influence with many, many different allies, like I said. So what's the obvious decision next? He gets territory, which puts him one level thing away from basically being declared a Yonko. To be Yonko, I think you need 3 things. You need personal strength, you need a massive following of forces, and you need territory. Those are my 3 criteria I believe you have to be Yonko. Luffy will have 2 of the 3 things, I believe personally, after Chapter 800. The final thing is just personal strength, which he'll gather as he defeats other forces going forward. Probably Zhao, and you'll see something happen on Zhao where he defeats another big bad guy, and probably right after Wano Kuni is where he gets declared the 5th Yonko. Which already you're going to see massive forces of other Yonko going after him. You're going to see Big Mom and Kaido both want to go after him, which you can see easily. So, Chapter 800, we might see the pirate bomb that Luffy put on Fishman Island go off while Big Mom has her little picnic, her little tea party, as they would say, blow up in her face and her sending the forces. And you might have Kaido finding out about Don Flamingo and the loss of the Devil Fruits, that he had basically creating his army, and basically him going after Luffy, which would be 2 interesting fights. So you're probably going to have them both send little minions first, probably at Zhao. Luffy probably beats them. You're probably going to see them have some interest on Wano. I think you're going to probably have the 7th Shibukai show up at Elbaf, And then you're probably going to see a major pirate war after that with some of the other Yonko. I think that's when you're going to see the actual Yonko fights, 4 arcs from now. But you will see some of the lower forces of their armies going after Luffy as of right now, being sent after them. Maybe not their main forces, but some of their pirate crews which might defect and join him. That would be my theory as far as what's going to happen. Now, Chapter 801, you're going to see a lot of things like new bounties. You're going to see, I think personally, some people basically talking about how Luffy's growing strong, and you might even see a panel of Shanks and Dragon, some of Luffy's big influences, talk about possibly thinking it's almost time to start seeing him, which would be a big thing in Luffy's world, because those two people that he absolutely has to see, Shanks and Dragon, for obvious reasons. Shanks is Luffy's hero, Dragon is Luffy's dad. So that's my theories as far as what I honestly think will happen. Now, personally, I think after the 7th Shibukai gets defeated, that is when the Shibukai system will finally end. I don't think there will be any more Shibukai joining anything after he's defeated, because he's basically a Shibukai on another level that they're trying to bring in that's basically almost in the Yonko. So I think that's basically their last resort on someone who's really strong that they're bringing in. I mean, they could try to think about Kid, which would be an interesting theory. They could, heck, I mean, I am surprised that no one's, I know that they won't do Luffy for the simple fact that he actually punched a celestial dragon, so that will never happen in a million years. Ever. And he's someone that I would have expected that they would have at least thought about it at one point, considering that he's Garp's son, that he's basically defeated Shibukai after Shibukai after Shibukai. So to me, I think I'm surprised that they didn't even at least think about it. But then again, Akainu, I think personally, hates him. So that ain't gonna ever happen, because there's probably some sort of thing going back between Dragon and Akainu that you'll see in the pop up in the future. Will explain something, because Dragon has to have some sort of like backstory as far as how he became a revolutionary, and that's going to be an extremely interesting read and flashback that I really want to see. Why Dragon became a revolutionary and why he got that army. That will be interesting. And that's definitely one of the big mysteries that no one's even thinking about. Why did Dragon decide to become a revolutionary? So, leave your comments and thoughts below. Like I said, I think that Luffy is going to personally get territories in the very next chapter, which is going to be the reason why he's going to be forced to say yes to the actual pirate fleet. And it's going to be basically one of his men is going to convince him, whether it's Zoro, Robin, Usopp, or one of his allies, Trafalgar Law. Or somehow he spots a feast coming in with lots of sake, lots of meat, and basically he said, the pirate captains say, oh yeah, you can have, we'll let you have all the meat you want there, but we have to basically work for you. In which case, Luffy would say, absolutely, because he loves his meat. So that's my theories as far as Chapter 800 and going forward. what I think will happen. Like 801 bounties. You're going to see some actual major panels talking about the next big things happening, and then in a couple chapters after, you're going to see all the allies show up on Zao, have the big battle, where basically the other lords of Yonko basically realize Luffy's arrived, and he's going to be a strong guy to fight. And then they're going to go back to their bosses and report about it. You're going to see a big party on Zao, and then everyone's going to go their separate ways. Luffy's going to basically go to Wano, and then you're going to see basically all the other pirate groups protecting Luffy's interests on the different islands. And the occasional pirate will basically come when Luffy needs them. They'll probably have Usopp or Nami basically deal with the Den Mushis as far as the reinforcements, which knowing Usopp and knowing Nami, that will be happening quite often, at least with some of the guys. Alright, so thank you for my comments below, and we'll see how you think about this.